We're here back at the Fantasy Bar, 6 picks for you for Friday night in the NBA, and we are going happy hour here on Friday. Nobody over 7,500 on either side, couple pairs of teammates. I'm looking at tonight a value play I think you need in your lineup. And of course, my favorite play of the night, who we talking about? Belly up to the Fantasy Bar and find out. Welcome in, guys. Friday edition Beers Daily Fantasy 6-pack today. Turning the page, talking some NBA hoops here. 9-game slate. We've broken it down to 6 of my favorite plays on FanDuel and DraftKings. Thank you, as always, for stopping by and checking out the video. Now, before we get into the plays for the NBA on Friday night, do me a favor. Click that thumbs up button on YouTube. That's the tip jar here in the Fantasy Bar. These videos come to you free of charge. I appreciate you hitting that thumbs up button. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well. We got NFL videos going on as well, some betting videos. Don't want you to miss any of the action here in the Fantasy Bar. So make sure you are subscribing to the channel. Also, if you are into sports betting at all, whether you're a veteran, a newcomer, can always be armed with more information. And we've given you that at scoresandodds.com/beer. That link in the description of the video. Tons of information, again, to add to your toolbox to make yourself a better sports bettor. Analytics, trends, the ability to compare odds across all of the different sports books, and premium picks in all of the major sports. Check it out today. Again, that link in the description of the video, scoresandodds.com/beer. All right, let's talk some NBA here tonight. Looks like a fun slate of games. We'll try to navigate the COVID waters. If anything changes, of course, we'll make the adjustments in the comment section of the video. All right, let's start with Dallas. We're going to roll with Tim Hardaway Jr. tonight against the Rockets. So Dallas likely without their top 2 players here. Luka looking very doubtful here. Porzingis, we know, on the COVID list. Not sure if he's going to be able to return, even if he's back. I like Tim Hardaway Jr. at these price points, but if those two are out, Hardaway Jr. becomes a must play for me. When you run the numbers in our Court IQ tool here on RotoGrinders, you see almost a 10% usage bump for Hardaway with those two off the floor. We know it's a very good matchup here with the Houston Rockets. In fact, whether he's playing the small forward, the shooting guard, does not matter. They hemorrhage fantasy points to both of those positions. Bottom 10 here. Great matchup, great prices here. And no Luka or Porzingis. Lock THJ in those lineups here tonight on FanDuel and DraftKings. All right, let's go to the other side of that game, get a little correlation going here with power forward center Christian Wood. Now, Wood giving you a very nice floor here of late, 36 or more DraftKings points now in 7 of the last 8 games. When we look at the last matchup with these two teams, was very solid there as well. Big 16 points, 17 rebounds in that game. And if Porzingis is out, it's one less big body that he's got to deal with here for the Dallas Mavericks. And the price is what really stands out here. It wasn't long ago, Christian Wood was in the 9,000s, 8,000s on DraftKings, all the way down to 7,100 here. So a great buy low opportunity here while we have it for Houston. They're going to be missing a few pieces themselves. I like this spot for Christian Wood, especially if Porzingis is out. Nice correlation here with Tim Hardaway Jr. All right, we're not done with that game. Let's go back to the Dallas side with point guard, shooting guard, JALEN Brunson. So giving you a little mini game stack here with Dallas and Houston. Obviously one of the better games on the slate, but Brunson's price on FanDuel stands out as one of the best, if not the best price on the entire slate tonight at just $5,300. Even at that $7,000 price point on DraftKings, he's a guy I want to get into my lineups here. When we run the numbers as you'd expect, without Luka, without Porzingis, we're talking about a 28.6% usage rate, averages well over a fantasy point per minute here. And we talked about how bad Houston was against shooting guards, small forwards. They are the worst team in the NBA in allowing fantasy points to the point guard position. So Brunson, first guy I'm putting in on FanDuel, one of the top plays over on DraftKings tonight as well against the Houston Rockets. All right, let's get out of that game. Let's go somewhere else. We're going to look to Milwaukee next with small forward, power forward, Jordan Nwora. So the Bucks get Giannis back, a welcome addition, but they're going to be missing most of their guards in this game. Drew Holiday, Pat Connaughton, Dante DiVincenzo, and Grayson Allen all out amongst others. George Hill also out here. Now Nwora, yes, small forward, power forward, but he can play a little guard here. So I think you're going to see him step up, get more minutes, get more usage here. And when you run these numbers, he gets a nice usage bump, as you'd expect, over 6.5% here, up to 28.5%. So we know Giannis and Middleton going to do the majority of the heavy lifting here for the Bucks, but I think Nwora going to be important here with all those guards missing, and kind of been under the radar. Very good here of late. 30 or more DraftKings points now in 6 of the last 7 games. So always been a big believer of this kid's talent. He's finally getting some opportunities here. These prices are not reflective of what he's been doing here. Now with all these guys out, I think you're going to see even more of a ceiling here. 30 feels like the floor with 40, 45 point upside here. We're talking 7, 8x return potentially here on Jordan NWORA. Get him in those lineups tonight on both sides. All right, let's go out west next at shooting guard, small forward, with Norman Powell of the Blazers. Now, Portland, another team we know is going to be missing a ton of firepower here in this one. No Damian Lillard. Once again, CJ McCollum still on the shelf, and Norman Powell has been one of the biggest beneficiaries there, delivering that solid floor we want in cash game. He's only fallen under 28 DraftKings points twice over his last 10 games. Also, gives us that nice ceiling we're looking for in GPPs. We're talking 38 or more DraftKings points 4 times over the last 9, including a few games approaching 50. So really gives us that nice upside with his ability to hit all of the different statistical categories, and he played very well against this Cleveland team. I know their defense has been solid this season, but went for almost 41 DraftKings points the first time these two teams met. So without Lillard, without McCollum, a matchup he's thrived in, going to continue to go back to the well here on Norman Powell. All right, it's time to take a look at my favorite play in the NBA for Friday night. Before we do that, we want to continue our Beast of the Night contest. Free to play, easy to play. All you got to do, get in the comment section right below the video and guess fantasy points on DraftKings for my favorite play of the night. The closest guess is going to win themselves a free week of RotoGrinders Premium, a chance to check everything out behind the scenes, including the Court IQ tool I reference all the time here, Lineup HQ to build lineups in the snap of a finger, and tons of other great information. So without further ado, let's wrap this baby up. My favorite play for Friday night, you know him as the Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We're not done with the Blazers. We're going to stay right there. And a man on fire of late, point guard, shooting guard, ANFERNEE Simons is tonight's Beast of the Night. Now, most of you have already been playing him. I know he's going to be popular. He's going to be chalky, as the kids like to say. I'm drilling home the point. You need ANFERNEE Simons in your lineups tonight, especially on DraftKings at just $6,200. We talked about the value on JALEN Brunson over on FanDuel at $5,300. Simons is that play for me here on DK at just a tick over $6K. This guy has been absolutely locked in. We're talking 35.5 points per game. We're not even to the fantasy points yet. So if you're a betting man, you're a betting lady, get to the prop market, look for ANFERNEE Simons. 7 assists per game as well over these last 2. So I think you can make some money there in the prop market, but we can make some money here on DraftKings and FanDuel as well. 53 DraftKings points per game over the last 2. If you do the math, we're talking about an 8.5x return on that number. ANFERNEE Simons, easily the best play on the board tonight in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that wraps up for Friday night, talking some NBA. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the happy hour. Saved you some money to load up on your favorite studs. If you have any comments, questions, feedback, hit me up in that comment section right below the video. Follow me on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Don't forget ANFERNEE Simons points on DraftKings as he continues to drop mega points. Drop it in the comment section for your chance at some RotoGrinders Premium. Let me know who's your favorite play, who's your Beast of the Night. Sound off in that comment section. Don't forget scoresandodds.com/beer for everything sports betting. And guys and girls, thank you so much for watching the video. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut. Best of luck. Thank you again for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.
Hey, thanks for checking out our videos. If you want more expert advice on DraftKings, FanDuel, or any other daily fantasy sports, make sure you check out the current videos playlist